This is Ryan Abraham, Dan Weber, USCFootball.com instant analysis here on Howard Jones Field. Second day in shoulder pads, fourth practice overall. We got a little treat before practice. Rick Neuheisel of Sirius Satellite Radio and the Pac-12 networks. We got to hear him speak and answer some questions. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I think he's the best college football analyst in the country. I think if you listen to his Sirius Satellite show, he's awesome. And the nice thing about it is he gives the West Coast perspective, and right now, whenever they say something that's, Big Ten oriented or SEC oriented mostly, they say, now I know Rick's probably not going to agree with this. So it was interesting. Like this morning, somebody came on and said, was up at Oregon, no way, nobody can match that place, blah, blah, blah. And Rick said, you know what, if USC wanted to, they could find somebody to match that if they wanted to. But he's just got that ability to kind of add that air of reality of a guy who's been there. It's like he said, he's been at most of these Pac-12 schools. He went to law school at USC, played for UCLA, coached at Colorado and Washington. So, and then he also said he's got some experience with the NCAA as well.
There was some interesting stuff. He had some good things to say about the USC program. Actually thinks they're going to be better without Matt Barkley on the team, which was kind of interesting.
Right, and he didn't want to make that a sensational or any kind of a shot at Matt, just the idea that you get kind of, geared to having a guy for 4 years who's a great passer and breaking all the records, and maybe you let yourself get unbalanced a little bit, and you don't work at running the ball as hard, which USC couldn't do and didn't do last year. So he thinks they're going to be able to be more like, he said, if you're at USC, he said, not only do you have to satisfy the alums, you got to satisfy the football alums, and that includes people like Ronnie Lott and Marcus Allen. And he said, those are guys that want you and want USC football to be physical. And he said, they've got to figure out a way to be that physical USC team.
Switching gears a little bit, there was a statement USC released today about Marquise Lee, cease and desist order about signing autographs. Maybe you can talk about what's going on there.
Well, the word was kind of out after the whole Johnny Manziel thing got out about the autograph signing at the BCS championship down in Miami and what was going on. And the rumor was, well, some of the other players maybe also were involved in that. And USC put out a statement that after talking to Marquise and said, whoever the guy is, to cease and desist selling those autographs. And that Lane said, we're kind of always telling kids, go ahead, sign. We want you to sign. And we're, on the side of, being open and being out there. But Marquise said he had no idea, the guy was going to sell them or, that they'd be out there. So, and that was, pretty much is what Marquise said. Lane said this is a case of USC trying to be as proactive as they could be and acting on it immediately. Because the words had been out there for a pretty good while about, what was happening at Texas A&M. And that didn't come out for a while. But USC jumps on it, puts out a statement, said we've investigated. We really trust that there's no violation at all.
All right, and then one last thing just on practice today. Looks like they unleashed the pass rushing a little bit.
They did, but Lane was kind of complimentary that the offense, I thought the offense came back and, fought back pretty well yesterday. He thought today was their day to come back and fight back. But when you unleash that pass rush to the 5 men in the base or 4 men when they're in a nickel, you got 4 guys that could come at you pretty hard and pretty athletically, and I think it kind of shows it's probably going to be one of the determining factors in terms of the quarterback race, I think, is who handles this really well, because these guys are going to come at you.
All right, well, that wraps it up here. Day 4, USC Fall Camp. For Dan Weber, this is Ryan Abraham. Check out USCFootball.com for more information.